Yes, finally a decent intro. Hello everyone and welcome back to my 100% race series, and we have finally reached the pinnacle. Yes, this was the game everyone lost their shits at. It's Formula 1 2001 for the PlayStation 2. Let's go to the garage options first. You can see we got soft tyres, we can have dry tyres, gearing can be adjusted, the brake balance, the ride height, the fuel load, the steering angle, the front and rear wings, and also you can adjust the springs as well, the front bump dampeners. Wowzers, but trousers. You don't get this in a PS1 game, do you? And the front anti-roll or rear anti-roll, and the camera as well. Oh my goodness gracious, bloody good gold. And also you can adjust the race strategy as well. Okay, so we are going to drive as Jenson Button in the Benetton, and the reason for this is quite clear, because Jenson Button helped test this game. Yes, he did. He helped test this game for Studio Liverpool. Yes, the newly renamed Studio Liverpool after they were bought out by Sony, and they spent 2 years developing this game.
We're at Manicourt for this year's French Grand Prix. 71 laps is the projected race distance, and this 4.2 kilometre circuit should provide some great racing.
In pole position we have Michael Schumacher. In second place we have Rubens Barrichello. Taking up third position is David Coulthard. Fourth position for Panis. It's fifth position for Mika Häkkinen. In sixth position, Giancarlo Fisichella. Ralf Schumacher is on row 4 and in 7th position. 8th we see Jacques Villeneuve. Juan Pablo Montoya in 9th spot. Bernaldi, 10th position. 11th for Heinz-Harald Frentzen. Jarno Trulli is in 12th. Jos Verstappen is on row 7. Nick Heidfeld is in 14th. Luciano Berti in 15th spot. Eddie Irvine is in 16th spot. 18th for Alonso. In 19th spot is Kimi Räikkönen. 20th is Gaston Mazzacane. Jean Alesi in 21st place. And last but not least on the grid is Jenson Button.
And sadly, this was the last time we heard Murray Walker's commentary in a Formula 1 game. He was in 2002, but only in the arcade mode. Anyway, it's time for the lights to go out now. We say go, go, go. So, oh my goodness, I forgot about the manual starts. Bit of a tardy getaway there for Jenson Button, of course, starting right from the back of the grid, as we always do. But just look at those graphics, everyone. Just look at those graphics. Yes, after so many Formula 1 games ahead of it were only produced on the CD format, if you remember that, yes, it made your PS2 basically sound like a PS4 because of the speed that it was spinning round. Trying to read the disc at 52 times speed was absolutely incredible. But no, this game was released on the DVD format. Yes, the DVD format, which means it could take advantage of the full power of the 4.7 gig. Well, it didn't actually. It was only about 2.5 gig, but it's still better than a boxy CD. Yes, still better. And that really helps, I think, in the overall look of this game. Now, sadly, in editions after this, they actually downgraded the graphics. Yes, they completely tore up this game engine and started again from scratch for Formula 1 2002. I think personally that was quite a mistake, because I think the fundamentals were here in this core game if they just improved some of the bugs that were actually in this game. Yes, there was quite a few bugs. One of them was that the tyre wear didn't work at all. No, there was no tyre wear in this game. You could do the whole race and your tyres never actually wore out, which was quite disappointing. Anyway, the rest of the game is absolutely superb. As you can see, as you look across to the left hand side of your screen, there is a car status indicator which will tell us if bits happen to drop off the car, which knowing my driving won't be too long before that happens. Anyway, you can see we are at the French circuit at Magny-Cours, and we are just trying to get past some of these Minardi cars, of course, back markers, and one of those back markers in 2001, of course, was Fernando Alonso. Yes, I managed to get his name in a game that isn't the All Seasons. Now, sadly, I don't know if it's a bug or not, but on any race that isn't 100%, there are no pit stops. Yes, none of the other cars actually pit unless it's on 100%, and even at 100%, all the cars only ever stop once, which I think is going against real Formula 1, which I think stopped at least 2 times in the 2001 season. But yes, the cars only ever stop once, and it's pretty much at the halfway point of every race. But oh my goodness, there's contact. We got contact from the car behind. Oh, we're off. We are off already on lap 2. We are off, and we've lost places, huge amount of places there, down to last place once again. Now, this is one of the other bugs that is in this game. It's not really a bug, but it is a sort of programming error, and that is that the other cars cannot actually see you, and if they're in front of you or behind you, they can't really have any sort of spatial awareness as to where you are, and if they're behind you, they will actually drive straight through you to try and get past. This is a problem in this game, and thankfully they did fix it for Formula 1 2002, but in this one you have to really watch those rear view mirrors to make sure that you don't get taken out. Now, of course, there's lots of indications to tell you that is happening. You've got the absolutely beautiful rear view mirrors which clearly show you what's happening behind, but also you've got sound as well. You can hear a very nasty sound. It's like 2 bins being clanked together, which tells you that you're making contact with one of the other cars and you need to either slow down or get out of the bloody way, because as you can see, we are trying to get past one of the cars in front. That's one of the BARs. I do believe that's Jack Villeneuve. Yes, Jack Villeneuve, and we go a little bit wide there, a little bit wide on the gravel there, trying to get past Jack Villeneuve. But this is now lap 3 and we're holding on to 21st position at the moment. You can see that the sunlight is actually dappling down. You can see it, and as we change positions on the track, the sunlight actually changes. You can see that it actually moves around, which is absolutely fantastic. Not of course the first game to have this, but it's still a great thing to see for a PlayStation 2. Don't forget, made all those years back in 2001. And I think it really pulls you into this game. Anyway, we're now chasing the car in front. As you can see, once again, still in 21st position at the moment. And oh my goodness, no, we've binned already. Thankfully, our front wing is still on. Damage is on full at the moment for this game. But yeah, we managed to rejoin the circuit. It's very hard to judge actually how hard the cars in front are braking. It's very difficult to judge on this game. So you just have to sort of take pot luck, and sometimes it doesn't pay off. And there you go. That was the consequence. We smacked straight into the back of that Frost car, but thankfully no damage to the car. As you can see, nothing on the damage indicator, which means that our wing has fallen off or anything like that. In fact, I don't think that damage indicator actually works very well either, because I can't remember ever seeing sort of the wings showing up yellow or anything like that if you get damaged. So yeah, I don't think that part of the game was actually working either. Anyway, we accelerate forward out to lap 4. Lap 4, still in 21st place. This time we go for a move on that Prost car. We managed to get past up into 20th place now. The next target is, of course, the Sauber in front in that beautiful livery for 2001. But as I said earlier, you have to keep watching those rear view mirrors as we accelerate forward out to lap 5. Lap 5, we've got a car trying to get... Look at that. It's one of the Minardis. I think that's Fernando Alonso. The cheeky little git has got past us. So we're down at the 20th place once again. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, you can see in the left corner that we've got a fuel indicator as well, which tells us how much fuel we've got in the car, which is great to see as we now triumphantly retake the position away from that Minardi. So we're back into 20. No, we're not. He's still there. I don't believe it. Yes, you have to be very careful. Trying to go. No. Contact. Straight into the back of the Minardi car. Oh, well, we're up into 19th place anyway, lads. Up into 19th place, so it's all good. And thankfully, still no damage to the front wing, because in this game, the front wings are pretty indestructible. I think they're made of Teflon or something, because they pretty much can take a good old whack before the front wings, but they do come off. They do definitely come off. If you plough head first straight into the car in front, which I could do, but I'm not going to because we're on the 100% race, I could actually lose the whole of the front wing. Anyway, we get past some more cars there. Look at this. Now chasing the arrows, and we do a switch back on the arrows, do we? No, he's still there as well. But anyway, up to 16th position at the moment on lap 6. Out of 71. Yes, 71 torturous laps as we're now trying to get past. That's Enrique Bernoldi in the Arrows car. What a driver name that is. Enrique Bernoldi. Fantastic. So much better than Charles Leclerc. Anyway, we accelerate forward out to lap 9. Lap 9. We're up into 13th position now. Yes, 13th position. Unlucky for some, but not hopefully for Jenson Button. And we are chasing Nick Heidfeld, who's in, I think, the other Sauber in 2001. So it's all going on as we accelerate forward now to lap 11. Lap 11. We've made it up into 11th place now, going for a move on this other Arrow car. I think that may be Jos Verstappen. Yes, the father of Maxi Boy Verstappen. The father, yes, he was in the Arrows in 2001. It's a shame about his father because he really did drive some shit. He really did drive some shit, but there you go. He did drive a good car once as well. It was a Benetton in, I think, 1994. But for the rest of his career, he just completely drove shit. Absolute shit. Anyway, this is now lap 11, and oh no, we've hit our teammate, that's Jarno Trulli, and he goes straight off, and this is one thing you have to look out for, because as soon as you stop the car, you actually stall the car, and you have to re-engage neutral before you can restart the car with the X button, before you can get going again, and sometimes it takes an absolute age, like you just saw that it did there. Another fantastic addition to the game though, and it really adds excitement as you're desperately trying to get the car restarted and get going again. Anyway, we've accelerated forward down to lap 15. We made it up into 10th place now, and we're now still trying to get past this Arrows car. Can we get past at the Magny-Cours circuit? Of course, this is a very tight and twisty circuit, but I wanted to change up a little bit because I keep picking Spa and Monza because they are my favourite circuits. So we thought we'd try France just for this round, because this is absolutely great actually if you're playing this game on a controller, because the control is really oh no, contact.
Off into the gravel goes Jos Verstappen. And there was contact with Giancarlo Fisichella.
See what I mean about the noise? Yeah, that's to tell you that there's a car right alongside of you, as we now do another dive on this Arrows car. So we're up now into 10th position on lap 15 of this Grand Prix. Yes, as we accelerate forward out to lap 22. Lap 22, we made it up into 9th place now. Yes, 9th position, and we're chasing hard on the car in front. I think that's one of the Jordans. I think it's Heinz-Harald Frentzen.
Heinz-Harald Frentzen is suffering today. It looks like he's lost his front wing.
Whoopsie. Yeah, anyway, due to the excellent replay system on this game, you can actually get that in full replay, and you can actually change the replay view to the other cars, not just your car, which is fantastic. So we're about to see Heinz-Harald Frentzen get hit straight up the Jack Jones. Oh, there he goes. He's off, and the front wing has come off as well, and he rejoins the circuit. Fantastic. Anyway, we accelerate forward out to lap 23. Lap 23 made it up into 8th position now, so we are almost into the World Championship points. Of course, 6th position, one single solitary World Championship point for the 2001 season, as we accelerate forward down to lap 26, and we're up into 7th place now. Now we're going for one of these BMW contact with the Williams. We go off again, but we managed to rejoin. You can see the dirt progression on the tyres as well, which is fantastic to see. Once again, of course, groove tyres for the 2001 season, but we lose one place down to 8th position now on lap 26 out of 71. Soon be time for us to come in for our single stop, yes, one and only stop in this game, as we accelerate forward down to lap 28. Still going for a move on this BMW Williams. We sneak down inside. Do we get past? I think we do. Up into the points now. Finally, after 28 laps, we are in the World Championship points. No, we're not, because the Williams is still there off the left-hand side, but we're going to do a little bit of a switch back on him. And I think we're going to do a switch on this other Williams as well. No, not quite. I think that was Ralf Schumacher, in fact, in front of us. So we're up into 6th place now. 6th place on lap 29. Yes, it is Ralf Schumacher ahead of us in that Williams car. Let's see if we can get past him now. We're going to see if we can sneak around the outside. Can we? No space there. There's a Ferrari in front of that Williams as well. So we are really getting in amongst the big boys as we accelerate forward down to lap 29. Oh my goodness. I'm confused now. What do we do? I can't remember. We've got a blue block now around our car indicator, and that means we've got to come in for our pit stop. But do we have to confirm that or not? I'm not quite sure. I'm going to press a button anyway.
I'm going to make my stop this lap. No problem. Pit this lap. Ready for you.
Yeah, I think I may have overridden the pit sequence there, but it's okay. We're still going to come in anyway. It's now gone green, which means it's time to come in for our pit stop. This is lap 30, so just a little bit ahead of half distance, pretty much. But we've made it up to 5th place. We've got a Ferrari in front of us, but of course I don't think we're going to pass him before we come in for our pit stop. Now, of course, have we got to press any buttons for our pit stop? I've got no idea. Of course, there's no way of testing the pit stops in this game because, as I said earlier, you've got to do a 100% race, so I would have had to have done 30 laps just to test the pit stops. Of course, I've played this game so many times, but there's so many games. You really do sort of forget how the pit stops work in all of these games. You really do, because there's like 28 F1 games on PlayStation, something like that anyway. 28 I think it is. So it's very difficult to remember exactly what you have to do. Anyway, it's time for our pit stop, so we will see now whether we have to press any buttons or whether it's completely automatic. Jensen Button slidles in. And you can see, oh, fuel. Have we got to put the fuel in? I'm not quite sure. No, I'll just leave that as it is. I think it's automatic. Yes, look at the lads. Look at the motion captured lads. Look at them. Fantastic. And yes, the fuel goes in. I think that's far too much, but I don't know. Anyway, it's time to... Oh my goodness, we've run over that pit mechanic. We've run him over. Doctor, someone call a doctor. Someone get a medic. We've run over the pit mechanic. No. That's outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Anyway, we rejoin in 9th position there, as you can see on lap 31. Down at the 10th position. And yes, I think we put far too much fuel in the car, but it's okay. As I said in previous episodes, it's better to have too much fuel than not enough. As we accelerate forward at lap 31. Lap 31 up into 10th place now. Whoa, my goodness gracious, bloody good goal. We've taken the front wing off that Williams. We didn't actually... Oh, we've hit him again, just for good measure. That was Ralf Schumacher. He didn't actually come into the pits. I think he was too far gone. Whoa, oh, wait, we've gone red. Why have we gone red? Okay, I've just remembered. That means that our teammate has come in for his pit stop, so do not come in. And if you do come in for your pit stop, you will not be served in the pit lane. No, you will not, and you have to drive straight back out again. Yes, that is one of the good things about this game. Anyway, we accelerate forward down to lap 32. Oh, there's a car come in. A Sauber has come in. Wowzers. So there's a confirmation that the cars do stop round about the halfway distance, which is great to see. And I'm just going to take you through some of the other views then. Well, there's only a few, and there was that horrible view where you can't see the car, and this of course is the chase cam view. The only trouble with this view is that the car does seem to dart around a little bit, as you can see as you go around the corners. It's a little bit difficult to control with this view. So we're going to go back to this view, because this view is absolutely fantastic. The T-cam view is just the best view to use in this game. It's a little bit funny that the steering wheel seems to be a little bit canked off to the left hand side. You can see that even when you're going straight. You can see that on the wheel, it's just slightly off to the left. Little tiny bit. Not much, but there you go. Look, that's straight, and yet it's looking like it's off to the left. Anyway, we won't worry about that. This is lap 34. And we are still in 8th position at the moment.
And he's made slight contact with the wall. Jensen Button is suffering today.
You're right there, Murray, but thankfully he's not suffering in the controller department, because this game is an absolute joy to drive on the controller. Yes, in fact, I only had to stop once for a break as we accelerate forward now to lap 41. Yes, only had to stop once for a break, because the control, you can use both the analog sticks for the acceleration, the brake, and of course the steering on the left stick, and it is absolutely beautiful. I'm using manual gears as well, and I really did not get any fatigue in the fingers until about the final few laps. Anyway, we accelerate forward to lap 43, up into 4th place now, lads. We are up into 4th place. We're going for a move on David Twat-Coulthard. We get past, we're up into podium. A podium on lap 43 now. Unbelievable scenes. Now, of course, one of the reasons why we are doing so well is because on the first 2 levels of this game, you have traction control and ABS. Now, when you go up into the higher levels, that is actually removed and it's greyed out and you can't use it. But there is a very simple cheat to get the traction control and the ABS, which is the one that I'm using right now. And that is, all you have to do is go onto a little test drive, and you just put in a lap. It doesn't matter how fast a lap is. In fact, it can be the slowest lap ever, as long as you register that lap and save the game. When you then go onto a normal game, it will actually have the traction control and the ABS enabled. As long as you pick the same car and the same driver, yes, it will all be there for the higher levels, which is what I've done for this game, because it's very difficult with the traction control switched off. Very difficult indeed. So we accelerate forward at lap 53. Lap 53, still going for a move on this McLaren in front of us. Yes, this McLaren in front of us. Up into 3rd place now, though. Up into 3rd. Is that Mika Hakkinen? Is that Mr. Hakkinen? I think it may be. And I think we've got past. I think we have. Yes, we have. Up into 2nd position now. 2nd position. No, 3rd. Where the hell's Hakkinen? There he is, off to the right-hand side. Look at that. Hakkinen still chasing away, engaged to get past us once again. And once again, we've got to be really careful that we don't actually collide into him. Otherwise, we will be off. But anyway, at the moment, we're holding on to 3rd place after 54 laps of this Grand Prix. Yes, 54 laps. Can we get into the lead? Well, I don't think we will, actually. I don't think we will. But We will give it our all like we always do, getting very, very close there to the back of Häkkinen's McLaren. Of course, a very, very good car in 2001 compared to this Benetton, which was pretty average, has to be said. But now we do a dive bomb on Mika Häkkinen, trying to get past his Sauber as well. So up there into second place. And now we will see how far behind we are against the leader, which I believe is Michael Schumacher. And, oh, it's over 10 seconds. Wowzers. It's over 10 seconds. Unfortunately, the gaps only go up to 10 seconds and then it just says plus 10. So you don't actually find out how far behind you are. As we accelerate forward down lap 55 and we go very, very wide in the exit there. Very, very wide indeed. That gives Häkkinen the opportunity to get past us once again. Bugger. Bugger, bugger, bugger. So we've lost a place. Now down to third position once again. But can we get this place back? And look, oh, Jesus, no, no, no. The hookster playing as Jenson Button has actually gone for a move on Mick Häkkinen like he always does, because he just gets so aggressive after he's been passed. He really does. He gets so aggressive and tries to take the place back, but he lost out there. Anyways, holding on to third place on lap 55 now of 71 laps. Yes, 55 as we accelerate forward now. Still on lap 55. Just seeing if we can go for a move now on Häkkinen. Dive down the inside of him. Do we get past this time? Yes, we do. So up into second place once again, and still chasing Michael Schumacher, who I do believe is still over 10 seconds ahead. Yes, he is. So I don't think we've got any chance of catching him, to be fair. This is now lap 56. Yes, 56. As we accelerate forward down to lap 59. Lap 59, still in second place and still holding on. Still holding on. As we approach lap 60. Yes, lap 60. So now we're on lap 70. Lap 70. Just one more lap of this Grand Prix to go. Well, two actually. But we will see what happens. It looks like we're going to finish in second place. Yes, second position.
This is the last lap. Don't screw it up now.
All right, you're as bad as bloody Jeff. You are. Don't screw it up now. We will try our best. Anyway, to summarise for this game, Formula 1 2001 was created with the help of Benetton, Jaguar, Jordan and Arrows. Many of the employees from former franchise owner Signosis added in the development. At the peak of the development, the game was worked upon by 25 people, with a majority of them being programmers and artists. Oh, we got yellow flag. I don't know what's going on, but we got yellow. Yes, flags are active in this game, but you don't see them very often, unfortunately. You do not see them very often. So yes, so in my own summary, I'd just like to say that if you take away the bugs, which unfortunately are quite a problem, like the tyre wear, and there's a couple of others as well, this game is an absolutely welcome addition to the Formula 1 canon. Absolutely welcome, and everyone absolutely, as I said earlier, lost their shit when this game came out. I played this game for hours and hours and hours. I do remember, because it was just basically seeing those glorious PS2 graphics and all their glory. Everything is there. Of course, this is the officially licensed game, so you have got Murray Walker, because of course this game is produced by Sony, so everyone is there.
Calmly around the final corner, and once again it's another superb drive by the German. So here he is. Michael Schumacher takes the checkered flag, and Ferrari will be overjoyed with his drive.
Yes, Murray, once again we've seen another great race weekend at Manicourt. There have been very few incidents, and we've seen plenty of competitive action by pretty much all of the teams.
And it's 10 points for Michael Schumacher. In second place is Jenson Button, and in third is Mika Häkkinen. In fourth place is David Coulthard. In fifth place is Juan Pablo Montoya. In sixth place is Rubens Barrichello. Jacques Villeneuve in seventh place. Eighth position, Panis. Ninth place, Nick Heidfeld. 10th place goes to Ralf Schumacher.
Oh dear, that podium. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, everyone. I will leave you with the credits. Good night.